And now, for your TNA Impact Wrestling review, presented to you by Karma, your TNA guy. Alright guys, welcome back to another TNA review. TNA Impact Wrestling, a company that many people are convinced will go out of business, but apparently we're still standing and in business, so fuck all of you fucking haters. Okay, I'm sorry about the lighting. The lighting is really freaking bad. I really need to buy studio lightings, which will happen eventually, but let's go through this first, okay? The show starts off with Cody coming out, and by the way, the whole highlights, they had highlight package first before the show, and I really liked how they did that. I thought that was really well put together. But Cody says that the reason he left his former employee is not because of the money, but the moments, and tonight is that moment for him to compete for the World Heavyweight Championship. And then he tells a little story on how he told his father that he wanted to become a pro wrestler when he was 15. And then his father told him only if he becomes the best, and being the best means being the World Heavyweight Championship. And then Eddie Edwards comes out. So Eddie Edwards, of course, does his talking, his boring ass talking. Sorry, but he really is boring on the mic. Okay, I'm just being honest here. Then Eddie asks him if he know who he is. Cody then does a Ric Flair line, but of course he didn't use the same lines. Cody says, I'm the Brandi Rhodes trailing, giant killing, mustaching, formally dashing, impact crashing Cody Rhodes. Of course, he didn't say the Rhodes on the microphone. And then tells Eddie he'll know exactly who he is when he beats him tonight for the World Heavyweight Championship. And then after that, Lashley came out. Lashley says this is going to be Lashley destroying whichever one of you chunks comes out winning that title. Whoever stands in his way will get hurt. And then Moose came out after that, and then we had our first match. Moose against Lashley. Hold on a second. Yeah. Moose against Lashley. I thought Cody, his promo, by the way, was good. Lashley, of course, his promos were good. And Eddie Edwards, bland. You know, it's just dull. I mean, he says the same thing all the time. How he earned this. Yeah, I believe, and I know again, and believe. He keeps on mentioning believe. I mean, god damn it, we get it. Dude, like, seriously. Come on, put some more emphasis in your promos. Okay? At this point, maybe even Roman Reigns sounds better than you. No, just joking. Roman Reigns is fucking terrible and can't wrestle. So, yeah, the first match, Lashley Moose. You can definitely tell that these two men are legit athletes because of the way they move. You know, because normally not a lot of people that are built like that can move that flexible. You know, they are big, but they're really stiff. But these two are legit athletes. They can do a lot more, but obviously in this match, Moose was, I must say, the whole guy, because he did a lot more, and he can. If you watch him in Ring of Honor, this guy can do a fucking moonsault if he wants to. Okay, that's how fucking flexible this guy is. You know, this guy is a legit freaking athlete. The match, of course, was really was good. It was good. You know, it was fast-paced, wasn't slumpy or anything like that, which is amazing, because normally you have that with big guys like this, but thankfully they move like heavyweights. So it was a good match. I really enjoyed it. I hope it's not the last one. You know. So, but Lashley ultimately got the win. I was actually hoping Moose would get the win though, but it's fine. Lashley is still the dominant force in TNA, and no one can change that. I think even if you were to bring in I don't know, who can I think of? If they were to bring in, who could be besides Brock Lesnar? But I think, Brock Lesnar is becoming more of the same old shit. You know, the guy, I don't know. But someone other than Brock Lesnar, a real dominant force that could stand toe to toe with Lashley. beside Moose, because they can make Moose that character too. They can go that route Moose too if they wanted to. But who can I think of? Someone from Ring of Honor or Evolve Wrestling. A heavyweight that moves like a lightweight. Maybe one of the guys from War Machine. Nah, I don't know. I can't think of anybody, but right now Lashley is the big guy, the dominant fucking guy, and I think they did a really good job with that, which is why many of us were pissed that Eddie Edwards got the win, beating such a creation, with the way he won it. It shouldn't have been done that way, and I thought it was rushed. It was also rushed. I don't know why, but whatever. So Lashley got the win in this match. After that, we go backstage where we see JB interviewing Tribunal. So while Tribunal was talking, we got interrupted by another DCC video. DCC saying they will be there and no one is safe. Chaos arrives tonight. And thanks to my homie TNA Mafia on Twitter and Facebook, who spoiled me by telling me who the guys are on Beneath the Mask, because I asked to be spoiled, so it was okay to do that, and can't wait for them to be in that ring, especially the other guy, So after that, we had a Fact of Life segment, which you always know that when it comes to a Fact of Life segment, that things will escalate real freaking quickly. His guest was Aaron Rex. So while they were going back and forth, Aaron Rex asking him about Drew Galloway, how he beat him, this and that. EC3 then later on came out, because EC3 is still bitching and bragging and telling Eli Drake to press that button or else EC3 will kick his ass. I must say I've been really impressed with EC3, someone who isn't a fan and still isn't a fan of EC3, but this guy has really come a long way and he has really built his character, and I like it. I really give a lot of credit to that, but I'm still not a fan though, because he's not in my type. No homo. But yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, then Eli Drake finally kept pressing that button, and then the whole thing escalated. So EC3 went off through the security to try and fight with Eli Drake, but he purposely hits Aaron Rex. Then of course then they fight too. He fights with Aaron Rex as well, but then Jesse Carter comes out and he fights with Aaron Rex, because last week he got beat by Aaron Rex. So, and right at that moment I knew that next week we will probably get a tag team match, which we will. So that was that segment. And I also like how they really made this Fact of Life show like a real show. They had these laughs and boos sound coming out of each time. I thought that was really good thinking. I at first I thought it came from the crowd, but when I listened carefully, I was like, no, this is not from the crowd. They just pumped sound. Alright, so after that we had a tag team match, the Hardys versus the Tribunal, and I have become a fan of the Tribunal because I see something in them which I'm pretty sure some of you may see as well. These two guys are badass looking motherfuckers. Okay, I want the titles on the Tribunal because I believe they can be a really heel, really, aggressive. How should I put it? They can be a tough heel. They look tough. They have the looks. They have the aggression. They just have it to be heel dominant champions. You know what I mean? So if anything, the Hardys should drop the titles to is definitely Tribunal. Let them have that shot, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Because when they had this whole thing with Al Snow, I felt, to me, it came off like as them being overshadowed by Al Snow, even though I liked the whole thing with Al Snow being, but they were overshadowed. I had a problem with that, but I did like the whole, when Al Snow brought them in and kind of being their guy, their manager. But now that they're on their own, it's time for them to really show what they can do, and I believe they really can, which they have sort of proven in this match. They haven't done a lot because obviously the focus was more on the Hardys, knowing that they're popular and blah blah blah, whatever. But they really need to let the tribunal loose because these guys, I'm pretty sure, can go. And as far as them talking go, I think they're good on the mic, by the way. But I would like it if they let them speak a little bit more French as well, especially when they're cussing. Because when they speak French, it kind of gives them that aggressive tone, you know. Because French, when you're cussing in French, it's really like, you know, it really comes off harsh, you know what I mean? And knowing that they're heels and they have the French illusion for whatever they're saying, I think that is a really fucking, that will make them look even more badass, you know what I mean? And I love the whole new look they have, even though it almost wants to look like a Shield ripoff, but it's not, okay, it's not. TNA does things better, even though in the beginning the whole Shield thing was but the Hardys ended up winning, obviously. After the match we had another DCC interruption, but this time in the ring. All three guys were in the ring and two of them started attacking the Hardys, and that's basically how that match ended. So I'm guessing, yeah, but that means the tribunal isn't going to be, or at least I hope not. I hope they aren't, they haven't moved or removed the tribunal from the title, the tag team title picture this quickly, you know. I mean, yeah, I'm really excited about this whole DCC thing, but come on, you know, just give it a little more time, you know what I mean? The tribunal just got their shot. Don't get them out of the picture that quickly, you know, by putting DCC in it for them to win it. I want Tribunal to win it first, to be honest with you, okay, because I still need to see what this whole DCC thing is all about, which can't already know, but you know what I mean. But I Hardys win. So after that we go backstage where we see Ali kind of talking or repeating herself on what to say to Maria, you know, basically apologizing. But then Braxton Sutter comes on and tells Ali, you know, don't apologize, you're great. So I'm guessing they're gonna go with the whole them being together angle, which they are in real life, in case you don't know. But then Lauren of Venice comes up and tells her this and that, she needs to see Maria, and then she kind of flirts with Braxton Sutter. So yeah, I guess they could go with that segment. I guess they could use that, go with that story. At least Ali will have something to do again, because I'm still a little bit upset with the whole angle they did first with her, where she kind of won the title and this and that, you know. But we'll see where it goes. Then after that we had another DCC interruption where they were shown on TV. And then they say the attack was just the start. They will not be stopped. No one is safe. It's about control and class. You know right from wrong. We are here to stay. Alright then. And after that we had a repeat match of Gail Kim and Maria from last week, I think it was. When they do this, something like this, then that basically means they're filling time. Right, after that we had an in-ring segment with Maria, Ali, and Lauren Perez. Basically Maria telling Ali, blames everything on Ali, and she wants that Ali needs to apologize to her. But then Ali kind of loses it unexpectedly, telling her that she will not apologize, and you know, which is something I'm pretty sure all of us have been waiting for. We all want to have that angle where she fucking loses it, has enough, and we kind of got a taste of that. But then Lauren Ferrer started attacking her, with Maria saying that next week she will have a match against Lauren. So very excited to see that one. Good stuff. After that we see Tyrus, my man, with someone I am a fan of. Don't be shocked, but I am a fan of Mahabali Shera. I ordered his t-shirt, by the way, so yeah, that should tell you how much of a fan I am to the guy, because I feel like the guy isn't being treated equally, you know, he isn't being treated fairly, because I do believe this guy really can go. He just needs better training, because keep in mind this guy has had his training in India, you know. And I'm not, you know, it may not be perfect, maybe, but I'm just saying, you know. But yeah, Tyrus, the fixer, probably is fixing things for Mahabali Shira, telling him that he needs to stop the dancing. I'm glad they brought that up, because that's like kind of almost a shot towards what he was doing, what Tyrus was doing back at that children's show. What do you call it? WWE? Whatever, I don't know. But yeah, but he's kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? See, this is the fucking problem with when you're a foreigner, you fucking don't know how to pronounce English words, or you're just fucking bad at English. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking here for. He's kind of giving him this prep talk, which, you know, he can do it and this and that. And then Tyrus tells him he has an opponent for him, so he wish him good luck. Later, after that, we find out that it's him against Mike Bennett, the Miracle. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this match. I guess it was right under okay, you know. Obviously not a long match. Mahabali Shira did more power slams or body slams than other stuff. Yeah, this was also a time filler match. You could definitely tell, like I was saying, the guy isn't really gets his shot, you know. I don't know if they really want to go with an angle, because the whole dancing thing actually was working because the crowd was behind it, you know, and all this. So they really, if they really want to push this guy, they're gonna have to find something similar to almost what they did with Grado. I don't know, I just don't know. I have to think of something for me to imagine on what they could do with this guy for him to come off as decent wrestler, you know, someone that is good enough to be a bit more or whatever. I don't know, I'm trying to, you know, because I'm a fan of the guy, so obviously I'm gonna try to defend him. I'm sorry. But Miracle ends up winning, obviously. What could they put Mahabali Shira in? And they shouldn't go with this stereotypical bullshit, you know, with him coming out to Indian. I freaking hate it when they do this with the foreign wrestlers, you know. Every time they go to the mainstream wrestling and they stereotype these people entirely because he's from India. That means he's gonna come out with Indian music and the whole Indian. Don't do that. What if the guy wants to come out to rap music? You know what I mean? Or metal music for that matter. I hate it when they do this. Stupid, if you ask me, you know. But yeah, we're just gonna have to think of something on what they could do with this guy for him to get noticed, even though he is, because I don't know. After that, we had another repeat match, Lashley Moose, also time filler. And after that, we had an in-ring segment, or at least we were at the ring, where McKinsey is with DJC. DJC basically talking about the Team X goal, what it is, and his team. But then Rockstar Spot comes out, and Rockstar Spot asks him why he isn't involved, and DJC tells him that it's because no one likes him, which is bullshit, because I'm pretty sure 80% of TNA fans like Rockstar Spot, including me, because this guy is one hell of a motherfucking talker. Okay, you could, at this point, you could do so much with Rockstar Spot right now. That's how good he has become. Okay. But then Rockstar Spot tells him that he has a group team of his own and he will be seeing him next week. So I am eager to see who Rockstar Spot has in his team. Hopefully new guys, you know, because in my last review, or at least I was talking about this, I was discussing this with TNA Mafia actually, where I was telling him that, you know, there aren't that much NXT and X Division guys. So this whole team thing and not winning anything for it, or I don't know, it's just confusing shit. But I really do want to see who Rockstar Spot is gonna have in his team. So then after that we had the main event, Cody versus Eddie for the World Heavyweight Championship. Definitely, well, it wasn't that long of a match, but it was enough time was given for this match for Cody to do a lot more, and it was a good match, fast paced, kicks, chops, everything you could possibly think of. But Cody tried to do, or at least did, a superplex from the turnbuckle to Eddie, and as he wanted to, he was making the attempt to go for the count. Eddie Edwards locked his foot and got the 3 count, so that's how Eddie Edwards won. I don't know how long Cody is going to be in TNA. I'm guessing not very long, so I don't know how many tapings he has done. I'm guessing not a lot. So if he's gonna go to Ring of Honor, because that's where he's gonna go after this, you will definitely see him do a lot more over there, knowing that it's the indie scene. Because at the indies, you're not limited. You know what I mean? And it's not like mainstream wrestling where you see them do very less, and on the indies they do all this awesome shit, which is also one thing I have a fucking problem with. But overall, the show was a good show. You know, I enjoyed it. Next week, what is next week? Next week, I hope next week is gonna be better though, because. And yeah, that's about it. I don't have anything more to say actually. The show was good. I love the segments, especially the Fact of Life segment. I'm excited for DCC. I don't know when they are actually gonna start doing some wrestling, and I'm excited for Rockstar Spot, his team, to see who he has on his team, and I'm actually also excited for Ali, her match next week, hoping that this time, in this one, she will have a more serious character and do some actual wrestling, because Sherry Bomb can wrestle, especially when you're tag team champion, with your tag team partner with Kimberly over at the Indies. So that's about it. I kept on saying that I'm not the type of guy that is going to talk about rumors and news or whatever concerning TNA. You know, that's not my department, unless it's something that really fucked up happened and it's official. Then probably I will talk about it. But any other stuff, rumors, dirt sheet, that's not my department. I don't cover that type of stuff. So if you type of stuff, but I will have someone's link in the description box who I have collaborated before, Robert. He apparently does cover those type of stuff, so you can go over to his channel and hear what he has to say. Alright, so, and I'll see you guys next week, Spot Monkeys.